gotta practice.
We haven't done this in like a month.
All right, I got another spicy one up there.
Just put it down here.
Hey guys, share the live stream to your social medias. All right, guys, watch us all do stuff on our phones now. This is how I begin every live stream I do.
Yeah.
See on the audio.
Okay, all right, let me share this. And like, you know the most painful thing for me is trying to read comments out loud. I'm so fucking bad at reading out loud, dude.
Well, welcome, Patriots. Little different format tonight. We'll get you up to speed real quick.
Evan says that's a party.
Evan, where are
It
you?
is a party, Evan. We'd like to have you here, buddy.
We'll catch Evan tomorrow night.
We'll catch you, Evan, tomorrow. We do have our Force on Force this week, and I'm sure Matt will give us all the rest of the dates like he normally does.
Nope.
Well, maybe not tonight. We might skip it tonight.
July medical class. That's all we got.
All right. So, but we have quite a few special guests tonight. We have Kasey, who's come up from Florida, and Andrew, combat arts training. You guys have seen both of them. Combat art training. I always say art.
I do the same thing.
You see these guys on their live stream?
He gets it wrong. That's
We got Rev.
Come on,
Ammo Mountain.
Come on,
There
guys.
you go. One of our homegrown here. And then we got Sir Max.
Sir Max-a-Lot.
Yeah, Sir Max a
Sir
lot.
Max-a-Lot was in the 90s. Sir Max-a-Lot is in the
We got
80s.
Max.
Don't do it.
So we have a wealth of experience, a wealth of knowledge sitting here on this couch.
We're just a bunch of fools.
That-
Funny. I like it.
Folly.
Has just been hanging out and having a good time. And we're going to be running the classes the next 2 days, enjoying their company and having some fellowship. So what questions do you guys at home have for these guys? That's what we'd like to hear.
Ashley Kane says, "Who's that one guy with a big beard?" And it has a nice.
This one?
Of course she's asking about me,
Ashley,
right?
he's a heathen. And how come you're not here? He should be back with the baby.
Oh, what?
What the fuck?
I can't. Ashley would be the first to say I can't walk. I can't be the one to do that.
Yeah.
My nipples are useless. So.
Dylan says that's a lot of shoddy heads on one guy.
Now we would fly the baby for this live stream, Ashley.
Dylan wins.
Just so you know.
Y'all know my baby fucks up live streams.
Oh, I love it. That's my favorite part, man.
I'm like, all right, stop.
What's up, Richard L?
So a good way to start, we'll get this headed off. Number one, we really appreciate you guys coming and helping us out and
Yeah.
being a part of this. And we like the way we've kind of grown together and become friends and family. But how about we just go and Max, we'll start with you. Like some of your experiences. What have you what classes have you taken? What do you want to take? I know you actually came down and took a class with us last year.
So I've done the trifecta, just split up over time because I'm a moron that didn't take it all at the same time.
And that's at tactical response.
So
Yep.
that was
I'm
fighting
sure you guys
pistol,
talk nice and loud.
fighting pistol, immediate action medical, the fight, and then realized during the fight that I needed more skill training, so went back for fighting pistol again. Wife took immediate action medical. Then I came down and visited these fuckers after a class with the fight, and took Prepper Med, which was an awesome class. An awesome class. Which now you guys are having version 2 coming up, correct?
And end of July. That last
End
week
of
was
July.
like 30th and 31st.
And I mean, if the first one was as good as it was, the second one's going to be even better. So if you haven't signed up for it, you're wrong. And just past that, like I'm just going to keep going. My issue is time and money, like everyone else's, and figuring out how to commit more time and money to what's important. Been doing a lot more prepping stuff at the house, food, everything else. So.
Yeah, you get to see the freeze dryer firsthand.
Oh yeah, his breakfast casseroles are already in my car. So if you're coming to get some, they're already
Too
gone.
late.
It's too late.
You have to go to breakfast burritos.
I'll move on to those next.
They're pretty legit.
But if you haven't trained with these guys, more than likely if you're watching this, you have. If you haven't, you're fucking wrong. If you haven't done some kind of medical training and don't know how to use this, but yet you've done training with your gun and not this, you're wrong.
All right, so that's the video.
So
The Kishimotos and JP in the house. What's up, guys?
Hey,
Hey.
JP, that sneaky taper.
Yeah.
JP,
What's up,
he
JP?
is so bent out of shape about class coming up this week, dude.
Why?
He's
Why?
got his butt puckered up. It's unreal, dude.
Dude.
All right, so thanks, Matt.
You know?
Rev.
Oh, what classes?
Yeah, what
I,
classes?
I have taken like Max the trifecta, but in like spread out. So
Sure.
And let's see here, prepared Patriot stuff. I've taken low light medical, or y'all's rifle class, and then another low light class, right? And then the prepper med class. It's been shotgun class from you guys. It's all been awesome. As far as stuff that I want to do, I want to take ECQC.
Oh, yeah.
I want to take a level 2 rifle class, more level 1 rifle classes, but level 2 rifle class, small units kind of class with some friends. Like to take a class that's like 2 people, like my wife and I together, like teams, small team kind of stuff as far as just your house. But again, time and money.
Yeah.
Like to take a red dot class because I still review stuff and people are sending out those things all the time. I don't carry a red dot, but not right now, but I'd like to have more. I've taken a couple classes with one on it.
I think
Yeah, I like
Modern
having
Samurai is
yeah.
here like twice this summer.
Yeah, I'd like to take one.
That's
of those.
the way. I've heard that if you want red dot, it's him or green.
Green line,
That's
yeah.
the 2 to go
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, and
Just
so
FYI.
I think that's like short list, but over time, red dot's way down the line.
ECQC is like for me, like right
that-
up there.
that's like-
It's in the top 3.
That's the one that I want to take the most right
because
now.
that's from here in.
Yeah.
You know, so
Have you taken ECQC?
not yet.
Dude, it should
I have
be
to.
on your high list.
It is.
If you don't mind, let's skip Andrew. We'll come back to him. He can introduce himself and his company because he is also an instructor. Let's go on to Kasey.
All right, we got Kasey come up from Florida to be with us this weekend. We appreciate that, man.
Yeah, no,
So
thank
go ahead.
So I shot competition pistol, watched kind of James's videos, and decided I need to get commercial training. Went and took fighting pistol and liked it so much. I was like, man, there's a lot I need to learn. So the next thing I want to do is medical, but time and money. The immediate action medical didn't work for me, but then I found Bear Independent and took his with refuge training. Took that class. After that, I found Andrew and I signed up for one of his pistol classes, but some things happened, so it got pushed.
We did the rifle class first.
Well, we were gonna do the rifle class first.
Yep.
So we did do that, and then we were gonna do a pistol class that got pushed. But we found time to get to technical response and do the fight. So I took that class, loved it. Was like, man, I need classes and everything I can get.
Yeah.
So I took Andrew's pistol class when we got back from that. It's pretty much training. Other than that, I mean, I got, a son and wife, and
You did.
I want to learn as much as I can. And I guess the next class is ECQC I want, because that's, from contact in. I want vehicle tactics, because
Yeah.
most things happen in your vehicle.
Yeah.
And then I got a small group of guys that we do stuff with, so I'd like to go get them to take a small unit tactic class.
Nice.
How old's your boy?
He is 6.
6.
6
Sweet.
years old.
Have you transitioned him from the holster yet?
So he is still on the 22.
Just done
But he
training?
does, I put a red dot on it, and he shoots
It
awesome.
gets expensive when they transition.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad my wife, I've been trying to get her into this, and she hasn't really wanted to move into it. But I thought about it. I was like, man, if she really takes off and does it,
Yeah.
it's going to be expensive.
I'll make a suggestion that James and Caleb both suggested to me. Medical first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dipping the toe, and they get to see the culture of the place.
Yeah.
And then if she truly is something that she's going to hit on, she'll hit on it at that point. But it's a way to do that's not as terrifying.
Yeah. You did that with your
We have
wife.
a great one coming up in July, just saying.
Yep, Prepper Med.
Well, it might happen. I mean, I'm here for
It's now prepared medical. It's 2 days.
It
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And we have,
Fuck you.
you'll meet Kipton. He's my 10-year-old. He's my gun nut, and he's
Are you gonna do it
he's
again?
about
This
ready
year?
to
July
go.
30th and 31st. Now, like,
Yeah.
medical is hard to get people to come to, so we can only do it like once a year,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Go to the fucking medical class.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the one that makes no sense, right? Because it's the one thing that everybody everybody
Yes.
should have. Like,
But
like
if you sign up, I haven't fixed the website, it's still showing June 18th
Oh,
and
so it's
19th.
not, so
I
it's
need to
not in
fix it.
June.
So let's put
No,
it,
it's
let's put
July.
it this way. What's the chances you're gonna get into a gunfight? Slim to none. What's the chances that your
Well,
kid
I mean-
is gonna, pop a bullet, depending on where, if you hang out with stupid
when you hang
people,
out with these guys.
and you
You
stupid
go to the
things,
bank.
Do you live in?
And in
happen.
your case, maybe 3 times more likely than others.
so,
Florida, man.
I mean, Jerry and Ron both literally in the same day had shit
Yep.
happen to them.
Yep, use their
Yeah.
medical gear,
Like,
same
wa-
day.
Watch the news. How many car wrecks do you see on the news every single day?
And if nothing else, come so Ariel can teach you how to start an IV.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
that's a
That's
pretty cool
great.
deal.
And then let her put, then volunteer to let her put an IV in you.
Yeah.
And then we have Andrew. Andrew actually is the owner instructor of combat art training, and I'm actually feeling privileged. I'm actually going to take a class with you while we're vacationing down
Yeah,
there.
I'm very
So
excited for that.
That was
man.
part of the deal with my wife and our vacation.
Yeah,
I
that's
said,
awesome.
"Hey, I got a buddy down there that trains. I got to go train with him while we're down there," and she agreed. So I'm excited about that. But you also have a second part of that business that we'll get into too. But we'll let you introduce yourself and all your stuff, and then we'll get into all that good gear.
Awesome. So Andrew Swerset
Woo!
with
Voodoo Ranger.
with Combat Art Train. We do classes down in Florida, and we make gear. Some of it, I don't know if you can see it on the table, but this is all prototype stuff. You can't buy it yet. You can buy these. We'll talk about that later. But anyways, American-made gear in a hot, sweaty garage. All right, that I've been slaving away at. Didn't get any sleep past couple nights. Best fanny pack in the world
Best
for carrying a gun
damn fanny pack in the world.
ever created in the history of the universe.
Yeah.
All right.
Where's that
Um,
flat pack at?
What's that?
Where's that
Backpack?
flat pack? No, the flat pack. The one I gave you going back to your,
It went with
I got one for you too.
the old one.
Anyways, yeah, class down in Florida. Since we're all talking about training,
it just
first started out as a Marine Corps rifleman, 2011 through 2015. Did some deployments there. Surprisingly, it was not as exciting as I had hoped it would
Thank you
be.
very much for your service, sir.
Please don't. Thank Vietnam vets, not me. Okay, they had it hard. I did not have it hard, but yeah, while I was in the Marine Corps, I saw the Magpul DVDs. Started looking at the training that's going on in the civilian world. My friend said, "You need to watch James Yeager." Watched James Yeager, and I went, "Holy shit! I'm worried about bad levers and fancy triggers." And this dude's telling me that's at the bottom of the list. Changed my mindset because it had challenged my perspective. So then, civilian world training, did the NRA stuff to be able to issue permits in Florida, which hopefully we get constitutional carry soon. But then,
we have it, bro.
You have it here?
No, you have it too.
Yeah, you just
We have it all over the country.
Oh wait, we have constitutional carry in Florida?
All over the country.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
It's called
Good.
the Constitution.
Oh, I call it anarchism, okay? I call it anarchism, but
I'm just playing, bro.
I'm like, I don't watch the news, I don't fucking know. But yeah, anyways, yeah, so went and did fighting pistol, trained with, let's see, Blue Line Firearms training down in Florida, Green Line Tactical, did a
That
couple
is the
classes
way.
there.
that is
Um,
the way.
I like it.
The DMR SPR class with Don, and then a defensive pistol class. Fight training
That is
LLC down in Florida. Dave Harrington went back to tactical response, did the trifecta, finished the trifecta meat action medical, the fight, force on force, which was why we are here this weekend, is for a force on force training, which is
We're
the
the bad
best
We're the
you
bad
need. What's that?
We're the bad guys.
Gary
Oh, I'm the bad
Johnson.
guy, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm the bad guy.
I'm gonna be a scary bad guy, and he's gonna shoot me a bunch again,
He's
just like he did in the fight.
Hopefully.
But yeah. Let's see. Speaking, you guys were talking about Red Dot. Yeah. Don Edwards, of course, great for that. It's Modern Samurai Project. I just recently did a class with Jared Reston.
What was that about? Like, what? How did it go?
So it was a 16-hour course. All right. It ended up being less than that.
Yeah.
We finished early, a couple hours early, but yeah, it's getting used to Red Dot. he actually did train under Jedi, Modern Samurai Project. So there's like, if you watch the videos with Jedi, there's crossover.
Yeah.
Jared Reston, if you haven't looked him up, he's one of those infinite badass dudes, right? He was working off duty as a cop. The guy called for a shoplifter, and he went chasing after the shoplifter. Shoplifter pulls out a Glock 21, puts a round right through his teeth. What, you laughing at my meme or what?
No, Evan just commented he's excited to commit.
He wins.
He's
He
excited
wins.
to commit his first violent crime this weekend. Evan's like super straight shooter and like he's gonna be doing force on force.
And if he's in the room saying it, he would be like, "Hey guys, I'm excited to commit my first violent crime this weekend." Like, which would make it twice as funny as if I
wait.
like
Or make you
perfect
realize
time.
that he could be a serial killer.
Oh, definitely
Easily.
he could be. Like he could be calm, but he
Yeah.
wouldn't. He wouldn't
If
be, but
had
he
no,
could
if
do
he
it.
had no conscience or the right thing.
He's the last guy that would, but he definitely
Gary
could.
said he's having a stroke. That's funny.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. So, 21
Anyways.
right in the, Glock 21 right in the face.
Yeah, he
Sorry, I
got
didn't
shot.
mean to derail you, man.
Knocked his fucking teeth down. Got shot up a bunch more times in the leg. He took a couple in the armor. Thank God
This
he
is
had
the
armor.
instructor, Reston.
Yeah, Jared Reston. I got an interview on my post with it. I need to get on your Wi-Fi for that. But he cool dude. So it's a skills based class, but
So my password is no.
but he puts a lot of mindset into it. Very important, and I wasn't expecting that in the class because one of my students had taken it. He told me about it, and I thought it was going to be more, get good at shooting. But the mindset was actually huge in that class, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, cool class. I'm gonna do a review with one of my students about it. But yeah, just did that one recently.
So
yeah,
you've got a
anyways.
video on your channel already about it?
No, I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm gonna record it with him because he did it too, and I think it'd be good
Nice.
to get it from both of
I
us.
think he may need to powder us next time.
Okay, so what Max is talking about, we had a comment that's a lot of shiny heads.
So my wife just
So,
texted me. My wife just texted me
So,
saying that's a lot of shiny.
You know,
heads.
I will say,
Instructor,
you
do
know,
an interview.
I've got 100 pounds
Yeah.
of flour.
I gotta
wrapped
post it,
there.
but yeah.
You already did.
Flour everywhere.
I already shot it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to do. I need
this
to
is my
read,
3 minutes of me time every day. Leave me alone.
What do you call it? When
There you go.
you edit it and then you click the button and puts it into one video. I need to do that again because I think words pop up and fuck it up. But
All right, you gotta start talking about something good. We got 13 whopping people on there. Come
13
on.
people. Goddamn.
All right,
What? It's not good yet?
It would be 20 if we weren't all here in the same room.
this is
Right.
true, which
This
is
would be
being
the largest live stream ever.
Everybody one of the largest.
Exactly.
Yeah. Everyone, pull your phone and watch the live
Let's
stream.
get quickly into the
All right.
into the.
Trying to read the comments.
Well, we do have some gear.
We
Okay.
can
You know,
numbers up.
Yeah.
Just turn the volume down.
So, and this one's it's inside out right now. Let's see that one right there. All right. So, and there's the thingy. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
pause for just a second.
Yeah.
One thing I will say real quick, guys. If you need any nylon gear, this dude makes some of the best fucking shit I've ever seen. It's on par. If you're like a fan of tactical response and you like SOE shit, I will say his shit is on par with SOE shit, and that's saying a lot. This dude puts the work in, and like some of his stuff that you seen being passed around here, I know that like everybody makes shit. I get it. This dude puts the time in, and his shit's right. Like it's somebody that trains, somebody knows what the fuck they're talking about. And when we ask him to task him to build some stupid shit that nobody else needs, like this dude will put it into work and make some of the best equipment you've ever seen. So if you need some shit, go to Combat Art Training, check out his nylon gear. He's got all kinds of shit, not just that, but all kinds of stuff that he makes. Rifle slings are top notch. I've yet to see anything that wasn't fantastic. So just so you guys know, go check out his shit.
And also is willing to take criticism about what he creates.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a rare thing in any industry.
And
For
the
someone-
version 2 fanny pack is fucking
Yes.
awesome. I'm just gonna put that
Thank
out
you.
there. Like it is the best in the business.
Hey, do we still have a code with you?
I'm gonna put one up. I'm gonna put one up for this
We do
weekend.
now. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
But I was thinking about doing it just for the people who signed up for this class.
Ooh.
Different percentage.
Just saying.
Or this or Prepper Med.
Yeah.
Like this class of prepper med, do like a.
I'll do a special code for this class, and I don't fucking do sales, okay? I don't fucking do them except for my alumni, but I'll do them for your alumni who come to the Force Unforced and the medical, because that's the shit we need. All right, first off, real quick, before I just gloss over it, thank you for that compliment. He's wearing an SOE shirt right now. I got SOE shit in my truck. I fucking love SOE. John Willis, the owner of SOE, he inspired me all the time. He's done interviews with me. He's given me my time when he did not need to. And he is the man who told me to buy a sewing machine.
Yeah.
All right, so I got to give him credit for that too.
Yep.
Anyways, what was the other thing I was talking
That's
about?
confidence, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rising
That's confidence in
tides
his
lift
own shit, but
all
also
boats.
recognition of somebody else that has a talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rising
Yeah.
tides lift all boats.
That's right. He doesn't have to be worried or afraid of anything. But I'll tell you, like, some of the best gear I've seen made in a while, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Simple, on point, like where it needs to be.
I just need other people making it so I can just focus on designing and teaching classes.
Yeah. There's a lot. I get
I
it.
can sleep again.
You have more kids,
Dude,
man.
sleep's overrated.
Start your
Sleep's
sweatshop.
overrated. Completely.
Yeah.
What was the other thing we were talking about before I had to stop there? I get sidetracked and I'm asleep.
John motherfucking Patton in the house.
JP. All right, so I got to talk about JP for a minute before we go on because it's kind
Oh,
of
we're
fun.
talking about this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
forgot.
scared of Force on Force. He just took Pistol 1 the other day.
Hey, he was
Just to-
kind of cocky.
Be afraid.
All right.
He took pistol one.
Real quick,
I-
this thing is a shock cord adapter. You put it on your light. Where's your light at?
You got it in
Always
your hand.
selling.
No, I don't.
Always selling.
Do I? Yeah. Okay, I thought that was my light.
They all look the same.
So, who has a tactician, or excuse me, stiletto? You got yours? All right, so it fits on the stiletto. All right, it is very simple. It is elastic, 2-inch elastic. You slide it over, and you can. Whoop! You see it now?
Yep, that's good
All
right
right.
there. Come up a little closer.
You slide it over.
Up to, there you go, right there.
You just slide this thing over, okay, with a slow. Put a little bit of E6000 glue underneath here and here, okay? That will hold it in place because this is real slick and smooth, and you don't want it to come off. But yeah, it's a shock cord adapter, right? So you can do different techniques. Like if you like doing Harry style, stays on your hand just like that. I've been using a couple other techniques where you can do like the Viking Tactics one, where you put it over your hand like this, and if you go to a weapon mount on your pistol, it's out of the way. Go to reload, doesn't block the ejection port, stuff like that. You can also do cigar technique. I got videos on my channel, but nifty thing to keep your lights from looking ghetto, and you can put it on pretty much any light. And then,
And show this thing. I know you don't like it.
Alright.
I know you think it sucks.
why don't you show it, bro?
Okay, so this is basically a medical insert. Good?
That's good.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
what this does is this can go into a cargo pocket. This can fit into a double mag pouch. And the idea is it organizes your medical, and it allows you to carry it kind of in an organized fashion, because the reality is when you have to pull this thing out, the last thing you want is your medical to fall all over the ground. This thing, in my opinion, is an awesome piece of gear, awesome piece of kit. He doesn't think so. So prove him wrong.
I do think it's awesome. I just think,
Prove him wrong and buy a shit ton of them. Okay, they're on his site. It also has a slot here that you can put flat items like
Yeah,
a
go on,
top
show.
needle.
No, you go for it.
It is an awesome piece of kit.
okay. So,
Next.
well, I got, or you want to do it? Yeah.
I don't care.
By the way, subscribe to Max's Path. Max Lizana right here. Max's Path.
You don't
He
wanna do
has
that.
some fantastic videos.
I suck.
And he's the reason why I'm here.
Yeah, so this is for inside of your pocket. So if you haven't seen
Gee,
them,
thanks. What are we, chop fucking lip?
exactly.
He
So-
introduced it. He
so-
connected everything.
So this is for inside your pocket. So most of the time, everyone that I've seen has been a single mag. I think that you should be carrying more than just one mag reload on your person. So this is nylon. The idea is that you fold it up, and then you open it up into your pocket, so it's wide enough that when you withdraw the mag, you're not going to pull it out of your pocket. It's enough retention that it's going to hold the mag in place, but not so much that you
Gorilla's
can't pull
high.
it
Who the hell is that?
What's
so
up,
this
Gorilla's
is also another piece of, and again, no one else is making anything like
One of your
this.
people?
Like, he's making this shit because he's a mad scientist and the shit's being popped out of his brain. So check him out.
Well, it's just it's shit I wanted, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because I really like the NSR.
Basic design.
Yeah, NSR Tactical has one that Jaeger uses. I liked it, but like, I just want another mag. I want 2 mags.
Gary's clear.
And my thing is too, when I'm topping off, I'm probably not even gonna fucking retain the mag that pops out of the gun. I got 2 mags on me, one in this gun, one in that gun, and an AK in my truck. I don't really fucking care. I
Hey,
just leave that
Gary.
shit on the ground.
If you want it, it'll be sent to you. You're not gonna want it, but if you
check
really
out
want
Max's
it, it'll be
OnlyFans.
sent directly to you. Okay,
Max,
just
tell him about
for
your
you.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, tell them about your
send Max
OnlyFans,
to your
Max.
house. My OnlyFans page is Combat Art Training News. That's my OnlyFans page.
It's
so-
all feet.
Best feet pics. That's how I afford training, man.
Nothing but golden shower.
Oh, God, this is terrible. It's degrading quickly. Go
Oh,
ahead.
my
Get
God.
back to telling them about
30
good
30
shit
minutes
about
and
gear
we're
stuff.
good.
Yeah, sure.
All right,
sure.
so fanny pack,
shit.
where's that at?
Sure.
Why don't you show that too, man? You do a great job of it.
Oh, go
The
even
product
further with
model.
it. Tell,
Alright,
tell
so-
about the
Put
development
it
of it.
on.
Okay, so
Show it.
this is the fanny pack. So there was a version 1. The main differences between the version 1 and this one is he changed the way the zipper worked. He had like a flap that went over the front, but what this does is it allows you to fit more in the pocket. Okay. Inside of here, you have 2 retention straps for AR mags, your phone, your wallet. On the sides, he originally had a little kind of shallow pouch. He changed that up for elastic with molly webbing behind it, which is kind of hard to see on camera, if you can see that right there. Okay. On the back side of it, you have room for 3 mags or 2 mags and a light, whatever you prefer, or a knife. On the side here, another thing coming out of his mad scientist brain is instead of just normal strap, this is actual scuba webbing. So if you're familiar with SUV belts, it's the same stuff.
Yeah.
The idea being that you can do a one-handed malfunction clearing with this by using your rear sight on your gun.
It's also good if you want to mount a pouch on that. It's going to be
Yeah.
better going on that scuba webbing.
And not just that, but like when you draw this, because of this being as rigid as it is, it stabilizes your draw out of the fanny pack a hell of a lot better. And then the good stuff is inside here. So this flap comes up, and inside here is double-walled Velcro on either side, loop Velcro. And the idea is you put some kind of a holster. This happens to be a Green Force Tactical BOB. In my opinion, the best holster for this application. It is Kydex, but he also makes a nylon one as well that you can integrate with a holster you already have.
Mhm.
And the idea being that you're able to get a full hand grip on that gun for your draw. So your hand has got a full fighting grip on that gun before that comes out of your holster.
And the big thing too is using a real fucking holster.
Yes.
I tried making a nylon one that would be universal and shit. I didn't like it. There's ones that people make work, but the biggest, I just put an inner waistband holster in there, or the Bob, the Green Force Tactical. But yeah, having a real holster, that's real important. you
Yeah,
know?
we generally say universal holsters universally suck.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Hey, real quick, we got a guy from Central Florida, the Gorillas Hide. Please give him your information so he can check you out in Florida.
Okay.
Man, you should check out Andrew in Florida if you're not there. I've already told you this online, but go ahead and give him where to find your information on classes if you don't mind.
All right, combatartstraining.com. Combat Arts.
I'll link it. I'll link your
ART training.com. Yeah, Combat Art Training on YouTube. We do classes right now just at Aries Training Facility in Leesburg, so an hour north of Orlando. I would do them in other places, but we get the freedom that we need to do what we need to do at that range.
And that's important.
Yes, this is not a flat range.
Yeah.
This is a move around and do what you need to do range.
Yeah, Kasey here has been through 2 of my courses, and it's more dynamic, right? Carry Pistol 1 is the first class you should take. If you haven't taken any classes, if you're gonna do one with me, Carry Pistol 1 first, and then what?
I'll link your channel.
Oh,
It's more
anyways,
dynamic. It's got me
it's
laughing.
not about the fucking permit, okay? But if you need a permit, we give that to you with the class, no extra charge. Permits are unconstitutional nonsense. We don't want to fucking deal with that. We don't do just a permit class in Florida.
Don't
By the
stop
way,
at the permit.
for Florida, like it's different here, but in Florida, if you really look it up, the instructor only has to watch you fire 1 round safely downrange. So when they say it's a certified class,
For
bullshit.
Yeah, 1 round downrange and lethal
Hey,
use of
you
force.
were talking about scuba webbing.
yep.
Are your components? How much have components gone up in the past 4 months?
Not crazy.
Not really?
Not that I've seen. Not for me.
Okay.
'Cause all my shit's made in America.
Let's
It's
repeat
not-
that part.
It's
All his shit's made in
So-
America.
So every
Buy in
piece
America.
you source from America.
every piece. I think with his, it was before.
You know how
I could
unusual
get,
that is?
Hey, if you didn't hear that on the live stream, every piece comes from America.
Yeah. Before I used to have to
Still
use
working on the
imported scuba webbing, but I was able to source American-made scuba webbing.
I didn't even know you could buy scuba
That-
webbing in America.
It's
I
hard
mean,
to find.
It's hard.
It's
Yeah.
hard. There's one place, and you'd be surprised where it actually came from.
I
'cause-
want to know, but off camera.
I'll show you. Yeah. Well, it's Country Brooks Design. Fucking, I don't care.
Yeah.
Fucking do it. Make good shit that kills bad guys. I'm down with it. That's fine. But last time I checked, I couldn't buy more, so I might have to go to an
Yeah,
import
fill me
one
up.
again.
Yeah, yeah.
And now, the webbing we do use
I
though
mean, you got to do what you got to do.
is a different spec than what you see on all the others. SOE, they get a custom one. It's the thickest.
Yeah.
And when you look at any other brand, and this is where you're looking at fractions of an inch. Every other brand, theirs is a little bit thinner. Mine's in the middle.
Yeah. So
On Max's
the-
show.
the
No, I'm going to comment
thickest-
as Max.
everybody's got their own preferences, right? The thickest is uncomfortable in my perspective.
Yeah.
The thinnest, it doesn't hold your gun enough.
Yeah.
I like that middle porridge. Like, so is
It-
that's
it
what you
is a
make?
Goldilocks,
Do you
though.
make a belt?
I have a prototype. I'm not allowed to show my gap
Whoa.
on stream, but
Ooh, it's getting nice in here now.
Not many people are watching, so you can. Actually,
But check this out.
I think we're like
I
a
don't
record
have
high,
cash in
man.
here yet, right now, because that's expensive, but there's a little pocket for.
Yeah, man. When those go, I'll buy one of those.
Okay. And then
No,
this,
I'm just fucking.
I'm
around.
changing this because this is too tight, so I'm gonna move it out. But there's no. buckle
Don't
or
forget to look
anything
at
like
the
that.
camera,
Just-
bros.
Yeah.
I've been carrying it in this since I
So
made
you don't.
it.
It doesn't fold back.
John
It's just-
Crane's in the house.
It-
Sorry, brother.
The
Missed you,
one
man.
issue I have with the webbing is if I put out a long piece of it and I fold it to sew a belt with this webbing, it makes a natural bow.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get one that doesn't do that, but fucking to get this thickness American made is what I got. It's
You
what I
started stripping and doing some. I didn't know it was that kind of
got. If you want to see more,
Living in
OnlyFans
America.
/ Combat Art Feet Pics. All right. I need ammo. Dave Harrington's class is 1,000 rounds of pistol and 1,000 rounds of rifle. All right.
Dang.
We'll shake it forever.
Hey, you
Fucking
joke-
gas prices
you
gone
joke
up.
around,
Mind your
but-
business,
You joke
mofo.
around, but you and some of that soap, you might have a
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's another thing. We started making soap. So
selling soap.
yeah.
Like the kind
We
that
brought a
blows
shitload
buildings
too.
up?
That's your wife's side of things, though, right?
Yeah, but
Hey,
so we're gonna
Andrew.
do men's soap on Combat Art Training. We're gonna do ladies soap on
it camp
another
wash?
one.
Hey Andrew, do you have
Hey,
that kind that you can blow buildings up with?
A what?
Do you have the kind that you can blow buildings up with and stuff?
No, I don't have that soap. Don't put that on your body.
Hey, and what's your wife's handle?
So she just started on Instagram. Babe, just post your shit if you're watching. But Healthy Soap Mama. At
John
Healthy
Cran
Soap
says, I
Mama.
like soap.
If you look at my Instagram, I'm posting soap memes and they're fucking
You ever smell
dank.
John Cran? He doesn't have soap. does he?
But for real, if you're putting on the soaps that you just buy from anywhere, it's not like Sasquatch or like one of the ones that doesn't have all the bullshit chemicals in it, you're fucking up your hormones. All right, so healthy shit. All the other soaps are considered
He
detergents.
brought hoodies, didn't
You shouldn't be putting that on your
he?
skin.
Voodoo's.
So it's like a health thing. Like real, if you're struggling with testosterone and keeping your dick hard and shit like that, you should probably stop rubbing poison on your body. It's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm sorry, I was tuned out. What are the main poisons?
huh?
What are the main poisons we're putting on our body, man?
It's
I
the
just want to check.
dude, okay.
I'm
It's
asking for a friend, man.
the soap. I don't know. Like,
I mean, since you're going.
Bottom left. Is that the new one?
No, he said that you. he
so
brought me
we're gonna
this.
do another YouTube channel where we talk about each thing. Because it's like, okay, if you read the fucking like if you just grab a soap right now, read the ingredients, you don't know what the fuck it
Katie
is.
said, "Man,
But what it
sorry,
is a bunch of
white girl
chemicals.
You better bring some Trulies.
Katie, why aren't you guys here? That's what I want to
They
know.
talked about being here, but they didn't make it, man.
What the hell?
I'm here.
That's the problem. That's the problem with the homestead hashtag homesteading life, man. You get too deep into it, you got
Dragon.
Too much
You can't
shit.
go
You can't ever get away from the house.
It's like you're stuck. Like you
Yeah.
don't need to go anywhere, but
Yeah.
you can't go anywhere either. It's like
I asked
it's
the woman there, I said, "What do you
there's a
think?"
toughness with it. Like there's a freedom that comes with
I said,
it,
"So what do you
and
think
there's a
is the
bondage
code
that
for
comes
this?"
with it.
Yeah.
And finding that balance is tough, bro.
John Krantz says he has the hormones of a Budweiser Clydesdale. I told you he would like that shit.
Hey.
What is
Too
that?
bad. You better fucking.
So there's 3 more in there.
That tastes like bourbon.
That's what.
What is it?
That's what
A
she
bourbon
said.
beer?
I want one.
That's a bourbon beer, dude. Like it tastes good.
Dragon's milk.
There's 3 more in there. Grab them.
Like, listen,
I
I'm
want one.
picky as shit about beer.
Alright, I'll get you one.
And that's
Forget that. He's
pretty
picky as
legit.
shit about everything.
We love you, Joe.
And suddenly, he's a woman about beer. That's pretty good.
What's your
I
favorite?
can't tell if I'm drinking bourbon or if I'm drinking
What's your
beer.
favorite bourbon?
My favorite, probably
Can you pick
Buffalo
it?
Trace.
We got the same taste.
Otherwise, you were getting a bottle of bubble.
Eagle's Nest.
And none of it.
Good stuff.
That's
Eagles
pretty
Nest?
legit. That's like a
I'd say Buffalo Trace,
dude,
number one.
that's
Bowl
pretty
it.
legit.
Number two,
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's good.
I'm pretty.
And-
I'm
Have you ever had
You
Eagle's
better,
Nest?
you better send some more down to Pitcher Carpenter. I want to drink it.
I bet.
Where's Scott at?
It's
Scott-
like
Scott Edwards would
You know
freaking
Scott?
love this.
Scott, what?
Yeah.
Scott Edwards.
That tastes
I
like
don't think
straight
so.
bourbon.
He is-
dude. It's
he's-
like
You
a
just
bourbon
pour it
without
over
ice.
ice.
He's what?
He's the
He's
best.
one of our
North
local dudes.
Carolina. He's the coolest.
Oh, really?
Except he's left-handed.
Isn't Scott
He's
the cool,
left-handed,
Isn't
too?
Scott the coolest of us North
Only
Carolina
fucking thing
kids?
wrong with it.
That's pretty fucking legit.
That's pretty good.
I'm like, what the hell?
So the old 9-year-old lady at the beer distributor was right.
She knew what was up. It's kind of like when I was about to go bad with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad, is it?
I try.
Yes.
Is
I think I'll look on-
is
What
Matt
is wrong?
Nishimoto coming?
What's that?
Is Matt coming?
As far as class?
Wow.
That's
He's
pretty
not a
good.
leprechaun, honey.
Nah.
He's
Matt's
smart.
a-
Get that shit right.
He's coming to class though, yeah.
Yeah, the Patriot chef's a homebody. Once he gets home and cracks
I don't
one
blame
open,
him.
he's not going
I don't
anywhere.
blame him.
What's that?
Look at the house. And the aerial's there. Why would he want to leave?
Yeah.
I
I
was
mean,
wrong.
he's got everything he needs,
Fuck yeah, man.
and he cooks awesome food, so
Yeah.
doesn't need to go anywhere. He's got plenty to drink.
It's probably the best place to chill.
It is.
Oh, that house is amazing. And his kids. Like,
you can
it's
have
just,
It's
such
the
a good
people.
time.
yeah.
Yeah, you can just like relax.
Yeah.
It's one of the few places you can go and just be like, I'm cool.
They brought the best part of Hawaii here.
Yeah,
Like
it's like
because
super relaxed.
that's the thing when
But
you
they
go
all
to
carry
Hawaii. You
guns,
get,
so it's like yes.
you get off the plane
Yeah,
and
I
it is
would
like
love that.
mahalo. It's like everything's chill.
And you said,
But
yeah.
they don't have freedom. There's a bunch of like it's
said
not
fuck
worth
you,
the trade off. But the culture is
said fuck you
awesome.
because you know
Like
it.
the local culture in Hawaii is awesome.
Yeah.
Like-
I was born in Hawaii, and then
No way.
Yeah.
Which part? Which island?
Oahu.
Oh, man.
And
Okay, main island.
Tripler, yeah.
Not the
Oahu.
main, but the primary
tourist island, yeah.
All right, Patrick,
But
you
also
want
where
to
the
make a showing over
population's
here,
at
man?
and where the business
Yeah.
is.
I,
Oh,
I
give
spent
me
a
a finger.
summer out there
Yeah.
before
I'll
high
take a break.
school.
They don't
I
need
was
me.
done with it a month in. I was like, all right,
see my
because
ass
you're
all the time.
landlocked, man, and like
Hey, Nat, we're actually
Yeah.
over 1,000 subscribers, so
me for
Until I
beaches,
got
though. Like
what's that?
go to the beach.
Suddenly,
It's
997.
No, I'm just interested to see if it tries to shut us down. You know how it used to do it like 45 minutes?
Yeah.
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 Well, we
Yeah.
got about 5 more minutes to make that.
Yeah.
45 minutes.
What do we need to talk about? Last 5 minutes. Go. Let's talk about Rev's channel. Rev.
Yeah.
Ammo Mountain?
Not Rev to the limit.
Anymore.
No.
Why isn't it up to the limit anymore?
So that was just a handle. It was just like my YouTube name. There was no channel. I was just doing that, and I was writing articles. I'm like, man, I should put content that could be embedded in these articles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I've already got a YouTube channel, so I'll do that. And then I was like, oh, people are actually watching this YouTube channel. Not anymore, but they were then, you know? And I'm like, this isn't consistent with, like, this is just like a gamer name. Like, at that time, it's like, I'm a pastor, I ride motorcycles, I like to rev engines.
I
It's
like
just
rev to the
rev to the limit, you know? Like, I like rap music, you know, so.
So I went with Rev because like being like a reverend,
Yeah, that's
not
what I
revving a motorcycle.
Yeah, so my first video had
the gauge on my Yamaha motorcycle going like, so that used to be the opening to the.
Can you do that sound again?
Yeah, it was awesome. You know, it was a Japanese bike, you know, that's what it sounded like. It's like
describe it one more time,
yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah.
One more.
So
I love it when people describe airplanes the most. Yeah.
but I'm a climber, and I don't like flat country. And most of like the stuff that I do that's adventure stuff is in the mountains. And I'm a shooter, so ammo stuff. So that's where it's going. That's
So
the future.
Ammo Mountain is
So I'm going to do a lot more videos in the future and articles that are just kind of outdoor stuff. It's not.
And you've done a couple cool videos talking about the, especially the last one was pretty entertaining about the TCX ammo from Defiant Munitions. Y'all should check that out.
Yeah, I just
Pretty
did.
interesting findings there.
I just did an interview with Jacob from and
Purpose Bunker Outdoors.
from Prepper's Bunker Outdoors, but Exodus Knife and Tool. The projects he's got coming around the corner are really really cool. But he's an interesting dude to talk to.
He's
he's a cool dude. So absolutely check him out.
We've been in class with him.
Yeah.
You did a fantastic interview. I wish I was half as good as Rev at interviews. Seriously.
I'm just super curious.
Now, when you search for him, Ammo Mountain, one word. Okay, if you search Ammo and Mountain and go channels,
Doesn't come up?
it's hard to find.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll
Ammo
fix that.
Mountain, one
SEO.
word.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a common, I guess it's a common reference,
Yeah.
you know, for video.
Maybe that's why
So-
stuff is falling off. I thought it was just because they
Matt posted
throttled it.
Well,
Ammo Mountain.
Jaeger says rev to the limit. So when I tried to find you, that's what I
To
said.
the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
And then eventually I found you on Ammo Mountain.
yeah. Okay.
And I have to say, like, Rev has an interesting take. Like, he just did a video a little while ago talking about climbing gear. And the idea of having, like, a simple harness and climbing gear in your vehicle. Because if let's say you're driving along and there's a crash, well, you got a 20-foot, even dirt hill that you have to deal with. Like, and being able to use the gear. So he has a different take on things. He has a different perspective on things, an interesting perspective on things. So absolutely check his shit out.
Do you do rappelling or hasty rappelling at all?
I mean, sure, but you know, as a climber, rappelling is a way to get down. Like it's not the focus of things, but sure, it's useful.
I was gonna say, if you got a place to do hasty rappelling, I kind of
So
want to do it.
have you thought about starting your sermon rappelling from a helicopter?
Ooh.
So
I would watch that.
He would go to church.
no, man, everything that Patrick says, I'll go to church if it's total BS.
In this case, that would not be BS. That would not be BS. You repelling from a helicopter?
You'd be on every news channel.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the idea of doing cool things that, like, I have no problem rappelling out of a helicopter. I hate the idea of commercializing church and, like, making, like, hey, let's make it a show. Let's be shock jocks. Let's make pastors cool. Pastors aren't cool. Like, they're huge nerds.
You're pretty cool.
No, they're not, like, not cool in the sense, like, it's just, like, stop,
Hey, we've had
stop it.
several conversations
Yeah.
about the Bible that I think are fantastical, and I enjoy that conversation.
No. Like the Bible is relevant. It's useful. It's whatever. But pastors trying to be like celebrities, we need less of that. Like that's just not. Like,
That's why I like you, Rev.
We just need less. Of it. We need less of it.
I think it's kind of along the lines. I heard you. Oh man, I forget who you're talking to. It was, I think it was with Weapon Junkie. You're talking about how Christian music, they used to try to be like, check out this Christian band just like this band.
It was in every Christian bookstore. You go into this like little closet, and it has like a Walkman there. Put the tape in, and there was a poster on the wall that says, "If you like Aerosmith, listen to Pantera," or if you like
Pantera.
or what like
Not Pantera.
not Pantera, like whatever the Christian version was. Like you know, if you like Snoop Dogg, listen to DC Talk, whatever. I don't know. I didn't like. It was just ridiculous. It was like.
Maybe that's what you need to do now. You need to do a comprehensive review of decent current Christian rock.
It doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Have you ever heard of The Devil Wears Prada?
So no, like listen. So C.S. Lewis was right. This is not the point, but C.S. Lewis was right. We don't need like Christian fiction. We just need Christian people doing their craft well in regular society. And if you're a real Christian, then following Jesus is going to come out in what you do. So you don't need to like try to make something overtly Christian. If you have a life philosophy, it's going to come out in everything that you do, right? So like, so if you're a great musician, do your
This is
great
about to get
music.
Spicy.
Like,
So John Cress says, when a pastor asks me for money while he's wearing a $2,000 suit, a Rolex gold rings, and drives a BMW, I'm out.
that's right.
Yeah.
But I did drive a BMW at one point, so you know. So
And you regret the crap out of that, don't you?
no.
Those are
So,
the crappiest cars I've ever owned.
I was doing like, because I'm always bivocational, doing side hustles to put as much in the ministry as possible. And at that time, I was driving Lyft, and that was the cheapest car. The cheapest car you could have. The Lux package, so you get like an extra little bonus because instead of you're driving a Camry, you're driving a BMW that was cheaper than a Camry, you know. So I got a little bit of extra money from that, but yeah.
I don't think that's the point, though. man.
But I hated every minute of the pretense of I have a Beamer key. Like I've made fun of BMW drivers my whole life.
So you don't feel like you need a private jet to get closer to God?
No.
Well, I
Couple
mean,
of dollar can bite a brick. Yeah.
Yeah.
that being said, there's nothing wrong with spreading the word of God and making money.
No, haven't.
You know?
No. I have not taken a vow of poverty. If I had, and could tell the IRS that, I could get all kinds of tax breaks. You know, like, but I don't, because it's not like you don't have to be poor to follow Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, but you do have to take your resources and use them for the good of your community to follow Jesus. So if I see somebody, you know, the man who knows to do good and does it not, to him it sins. If I see my neighbor starving and I'm like, sorry for you, while my cupboards are totally full, like there's something wrong about that. Like especially if I'm a minister of the gospel and I'm like, I don't care that you're starving, you single mom, forget you. Like, in fact, why don't you send me money so that I can have a flyer car?
Yeah, well, my thing with it is
I'm gonna get
there's a
that
lot
out
of
of
people who
context
will
and put
hate. They'll get mad at people for having money. Or like, you saw my truck, it's a '98.
No.
It's
like,
older than my wife, right?
Like,
but people will show up in a vehicle, brand new vehicle. I know they got a nice house and everything, and then they'll ask me for a discount. And it's like, no, like I paid more for training this year than you have your whole life. Like,
sure.
You know?
So you're staying with us. I mean, I think we have a nice house.
Oh, yeah,
My family is like nice cars. Like I'm not like poor mouthing here. You know, like most of those things didn't come from choosing to do ministry. It's always been, hey, we're going to do extra things so my family doesn't suffer because I'm doing ministry. But like, it's not wrong to have nice things. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
In fact, you know, the Bible says if you don't provide for your family, you're worse than an infidel. I think that's, you know, physical provision, that's emotional, that's spiritual, that's fighting for your family if they need,
Sounds
like,
you
it's,
need
anyway,
video
sorry.
on his jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take issue when people get upset over like people trying to make money and stuff like sales. I know you mentioned that in one of your other videos too. Is people like shit on someone for being a salesman. Like if you believe in what you're selling, like hey, all like Prepare Patriot, you guys are all salesmen, right?
Right.
But you believe in what you're selling.
Everybody's in sales.
Yeah.
Everybody's in sales.
I'm in sales for combat air training.
Yeah.
Like if you're not, you're being disingenuous. Right?
If you're married, at one point in time you were a salesperson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's all I got to say about
And
it.
if something's a piece of shit, then it's a piece of fucking shit.
But there is a reason why there's a stereotype, right? Because a lot of salespeople are willing to have a bad or broken product and know it and sell it to you anyway. They're willing to lie. There's a reason why a lot of people change jobs really frequently, because after they go through their Rolodex in that area, they have to move on because they know they can't follow through on what they promised.
Yeah.
It's a real thing, but it doesn't just exist in sales. It exists in almost every industry.
Let's see, the trades, right? You know, I was in both HVAC and electrician school. They talk about how, you know, HVAC people or electricians will go into someone's house and say it's a wire needs to be put back in your AC unit, right? They'll come back, tell this wife that, oh, it's a $700 job, this, that, you know, the capacitor, blah, 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 make up lies. And the students in that class, they would hate on salesmen. I heard them do it. But then they'd say, well, the guy's got to make a living. Like, no, that's disingenuous. That's wrong.
That's right.
You know, and so people will turn a blind eye to something like that, but then hate on salesmen. And like you said, everyone is a salesman.
And here's the thing, sometimes spending more money on something is the right idea. I bought a cheap ass fanny pack off of Amazon.
Yeah.
Which could I make it work? Sure.
Sure.
Or I could spend money on something that's made by someone that I know, someone that I consider a friend, and that I know is being made here, that I know is going to his family, that are awesome people to help support his family, move himself further along. And yes, I'm going to spend 4 times what I spent on the fanny pack that I bought off of Amazon. It's also 5 or 10 times the product.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with spending money on good things, especially if they're going to last.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's when we oftentimes we use that phrase, buy once, cry once.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and here's another thing. John Willis talks about this is you perceive value, right? Something I'm actually thinking I'm going to raise the price on my classes. Like, what do you guys charge for this class that they're doing this weekend?
Undisclosed.
Okay.
Really?
What about, just give me another example of
Sound
another
class.
class, prepared pistol.
Our prepared pistol one class is
200
$200.
$200. Is that one day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do $200 for one day classes too. The thing is, if they look at a one day class with you for $200, they could also look at a one day class with a certified instructor, right? Which is fucking bullshit, right? You know, it's
We actually
it's
saw
a
an
fucking
ad-
joke.
Why do you keep rolling dice, man?
I'm getting him in for Tim because Tim's not allowed to do this in class anymore.
Well, he did.
But anyways, so they could look at your $200 class or my $200 class, that has all this other training that we have gone out and done behind it. They look at the certified instructors class, and it's a fucking joke. Like they're not allowed, they're not allowed to use a holster, or they're not allowed to have a loaded gun on them. They don't learn malfunctions. They don't learn verbal commands. They fucking stand in one place, and someone talks for an hour about how to have their feet fucking positioned. But his class is $300 or $400. They will see that as a higher value because the number that's on there. So literally, I'm probably
Especially,
gonna raise my prices because of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and you'll get a lot of more information when you take tactical instructor.
Oh yeah.
James is definitely very protective of his product and pricing and stuff like that. So
And it goes for everything. I've been doing the appliance thing for over 30 years. And when someone asks me, okay, why are you charging what you're charging me to move this thing or do that thing? It's because you're paying for 30 years of experience. When I'm done, your house is going to look like it looks right now.
Yes.
You could pay some guy, or you could hire some neighborhood kid to do the same thing, and your floors are going to be messed up, your walls are going to have holes in it, and the product may not work when you're done. You're paying for that experience, and you're paying for the assurance that it's going to be done right, and that goes for everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
And if it fucks up, you'll probably come back and fix it because you don't want that.
We see that a lot with our version of concealed carry,
Right.
Yeah.
the comprehensive carry, because we condensed down that state minimum standards, and we added teaching the draw stroke into that to basically get them from point A to point B
Yes.
as quickly as possible.
Yes.
And we're the only ones around that do that, but yet they see regular concealed carry classes out there
From certified instructors.
yeah, from like $50 up.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that next year.
$85 and whatnot.
and it's like, why do you keep rolling dice, man?
hey, Andrew, a fellow named Barry wants to. So we have a Claremont, North Carolina, where our
Very
our
close to
our
where
main
we're
base-
at.
Yeah. He wants to know when you're gonna be at the bunker next. If you're gonna be back.
Oh, okay. So the bunker in Claremont. So I was using that range. Then they turned into the bunker. They wanted me to be an instructor out there. However, they wanted me to work for the bunker. I don't have priorities working for them, so I only do combat air training classes. If Prepared Patriot wanted me to help out with a class like I'm doing right now as a role player, I'll totally do it. But I'm not doing stuff in Claremont at this time.
So
if they open it up for my company to put combat or training classes there, I'll do it, but I'm not doing it for other companies.
So let me put it this way. So I've taken 2 of Andrew's classes. I've taken a couple classes from Tactical Response. Now I'm taking Prepare Patriot. Andrew's range now is 2 hours for me, but I don't have a problem driving 8 hours to take a class here with Prepare
Yeah.
Patriot, and I don't have a problem driving 12 to 13 hours for a class for Tactical Response. It is well worth his instruction to drive to Leesburg to take a class.
Thank you. And the thing with that too is like the biggest reason why I'm here is because like you guys are fucking
And we still need
family.
to get you up, man. Like
The what?
Like anytime
Yeah.
you want to come, dude, because you teach different stuff than we teach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we could probably pack, a class full of just our alumni.
That'd be cool
You're
as shit,
doing-
man. Whichever thing you
Like
want
if
me
you
to
want
do.
to come back in a couple months or whatever, just give me a date and we'll work it out.
Yeah.
100%.
But like the reason why I'm here is because like everyone here is a part of the tactical response family, and then you guys are building a thing for yourselves here, and I'm like shit. First I want to move to Tennessee, and now I'm like looking at this. Oh, fuck, man, that's pretty fucking
North
cool.
Carolina,
Stay in Florida.
Tennessee's full.
Yeah.
There's someone here. You guys have it. James has Tennessee. You need to have Florida.
Shut your mouth. You come too.
I'm just saying.
And I'm from PA, and I drive
Yeah.
14 hours to Tactical
And he's
Response.
never coming down here because he can't handle the humidity
Yeah.
and the heat.
And
We don't
Max,
know each other.
you're
I'm
role
just
playing,
messing,
correct?
I got you.
So
Yeah.
just a couple
So
of-
Max came here to role play too. Like we're here because we believe in it because y'all are doing something to save lives. Force on force, like this is a big awakening for people, right? You shoot good at the range, you do good in the medical class, all right, and then the test that everyone's about to take, right? That's gonna matter a lot. There's gonna be so many lessons, and it could be like the smallest thing, right? Like it could be a bad habit, or like you're like, man, why did I make that decision? You look back on it, you reflect on it, but people are gonna grow so much here, and it is gonna change their mindset so much. And I believe that force on force is the thing that saves lives more than anything.
And the thing is, we all do it. We all have those things that we're like, man, even I was a cop.
Oh yeah,
I've done this in real life.
Yeah.
You still have those things like, fuck, I fucked that up.
Bro.
I gotta fix that. That wasn't right. I should have done this instead.
the fight at
so-
tactical response was more stressful than my real firefights.
Yep.
Like,
we go to the range to prepare to have to use your gun. So why wouldn't you take a class that is the next best thing to get into a gunfight without?
The kisses are
Talking shit, son.
Oh, brothers! From a different brothers! They're going What's up?
Hey guys, take my seat. It's good to see you guys.
What's up,
All right.
Oh, man. What's up, man?
We have to get JP
Last year
on
just
live stream
JP on
tearing
live.
tape. Matt, get some tape. He's got to tear some tape on camera.
Alright, you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Andrew,
John, JP.
good to meet you, man.
Casey,
Nice to meet you.
Hey, these
up,
fuckers
bro?
are gonna be in class
Oh, man,
tomorrow.
good to see you.
Just
Hop in here.
I'm sorry, Saturday.
JP.
Oh, man.
Wait, is it Saturday, Sunday, or is it Sunday, Monday?
It's Saturday, Sunday.
Still cold?
Okay, and on the schedule it says Sunday, Monday.
No, it doesn't.
it shouldn't.
That's why I thought.
Hey, what's up, Ariel?
Patriot
We
chef
made
in the house.
That's the Patriots. Did you bring
So, back to what we were talking about and all that. We oftentimes make the
Matt,
statement
taste this, dude.
that we train to the point
Like, is this
that
the bourbon
the
ring?
bad guys
Bourbon,
aren't
dude.
necessarily
Tastes
what
like
is on
bourbon.
our mind. It's the untrained good guys.
Yeah.
And there's too many people out there
Is
that
that fucked
go
up?
take
Look,
a
fucking taking a shot
minimal
bourbon.
standards concealed carry class,
The certified
strap
ones,
a
yeah.
gun on them, have no medical gear, no other stuff, and walk around thinking they're, going to protect the world.
Yeah.
And they're full of shit.
Yeah.
It's
And,
not
and that's
realistic.
always and the
not.
worst part is where that's where their training ended is getting their permit.
Exactly.
You know, we're like, I've been shooting my whole life. My grandpa, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, the
Look,
thing.
And
you
that's
don't
really
know what
the
you
first
don't know.
baby step. And you said it right there.
Yeah.
You don't know what you
Basic
don't know
training.
because you don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. God.
Take a force on force
Dude.
class,
Rev.
and you will realize what you don't
How's
know.
What's
And then
up?
you'll
What
know.
you need to know.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's good to see you bring it in.
Yeah, man.
And unfortunately,
Man.
you know, not enough do
No,
that.
you're good. You're good.
But we all know because we've participated in it that it's like what Patrick said. You know, even people that train to higher levels regularly get in there and mess it up.
Yeah.
But that's how you learn.
But that's how you learn.
That's how you learn. I mean,
And if you've never done it,
yeah, like
then
people
what do you
think
know?
You're never gonna rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. You're gonna rise to the level of your competency and your training.
Yeah.
And you're gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
And you're going to fuck up.
And you won't level to the training if you took one training class.
Yes.
You're just gonna level to, you know, like James says, to what you've mastered.
Yeah.
So if you take
Beyond
one
that.
class, you're not gonna level to that. You're gonna be a little less.
Yeah,
A
beyond,
big. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's okay. Beyond that, there are things that your body will physically do under that kind of stress that you're not aware of. No, you're good, Matt. You're good. Like I had auditory exclusion.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know my hearing was gonna
Yeah.
shut off
Yep.
when I got in those kind of things. You need to know what is your body gonna do in this situation.
That's exactly what I was about to talk about. Well, in specific with those points is perfect. But you are inoculating yourself to stress when you take force on force. So the first time you take it, it's gonna be scary as
coming?
shit.
I can't wait.
Just put on that mask when you can't breathe as well. It raises your heart rate and stresses you out, right? Like that's why I fucking bought a different mask because I can breathe better. But going through that, the next time you do it, it gets a little bit easier. You're a little bit more clear, and you make better decisions because you are now inoculated to the stress.
So under stress, it's easy to do this, this, and this. But when you're stressed and take a force on force class, it's
Yeah,
you have no idea how you're gonna perform.
yeah.
You have to
Especially,
take that class, and you know what you're gonna do
Well, it was
in that
was
scenario.
funny watching how stress interacts with people. I'll go back to our conversation about the medical earlier because 2 weeks ago I had to actually use my medical for
Yeah.
a guy at work that cut himself, right? Well, it was interesting because while I was doing that, it was just natural to me. I just reached in, pulled out my little kit, and started doing what I needed to do. But I was watching other guys in the warehouse,
yeah,
and they fell into two groups. One group kind of was walking and trying to get as far away as possible from what was going on.
yeah.
The other group was right there, and they wanted to help,
But didn't know.
but didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know?
They probably sit there saying stuff that's
Exactly.
distracting.
You know,
Right.
and when I came into the situation,
Cassie, that.
because I came from one warehouse to another, that is what I walked into. Those guys there wanting to help, but they didn't know what to do. And then, you know, they watched me just reach in my pocket and pull out the gear I needed
And just fucking do it.
because none of them had the gear on them.
Even though this is made well, I want you to make it just so I can give you the money.
Mine is, man. I mean, I'm probably come up with my
Is
own
that the Riker?
to carry less, not as much stuff on it,
I
but
want less.
okay.
Like,
Ariel, you'll be with us tomorrow and the
that-
rest of the
That
weekend.
is a compression
Yup.
bandage.
Put a
That can
toilet
be
in
done.
just for you, Ariel.
That
Yep.
can be done
Actually,
with
Matt
any
did.
type of
Should I steal back here?
I'm so
shirt
ready to
or
find out where I'm
whatever
gonna,
in this
what,
tourniquet.
Okay.
You can make
where
that.
it's gonna fit.
So
Where I'm
that's
gonna
why
fail,
I don't
you know?
carry
All right,
that.
well,
Where-
and
what comes
knowing
first?
that going in is a
Shit's
huge
degrading and we've been at it an hour and 5 minutes.
learning curve.
All right, dudes, we're gonna shut it down.
And we're going to continue off camera.
We're gonna have a good time together. Fuck you guys. We're gonna do it.
As always, let's see, we got Combat Art training in the house. Subscribe to his channel, Combat Art, not with an S. We got Ammo Mountain. We got
That's
Concealed
Ammo
Carry
Mountain.
Jerry. Check out his channel. Oh, sorry,
Actually,
Ammo Mountain.
you can be my
He was
spokesman on
he
He'll be on the channel soon.
we got Max's
Right on.
Path. And of course, we are prepared
Healthy mama.
Yeah, healthy soap mama.
Healthy soap mama.
We're about to put out a new soap. It's called the Commie Cleanser.
So
And the
our you check out if you're in the Florida area, anywhere in the southeast, check out Andrew's training schedule. He just updated his schedule Ours is relatively up to date, less the medical class.
Buy his gear.
And buy Andrew's gear. It's up and coming, great
All of
shit.
it.
You see it all sitting here on the table. Not really, but and then just get the fuck out there and train, everybody.
Yeah, go take a class. Training saves lives.
Training saves lives.
Good night. Carry
night.
smart. Carry safe.
Be
Be
prepared
prepared.
to fight communism or whatever the fuck you said.
Keep fighting communism.